I want to start with Trump. He's been given a lot of difficulty by Putin's reaction to what he's done. So he's now said to Putin, you've got 50 days to sign a peace deal to end the war in Ukraine or face severe tariffs. He's also said he will send cutting-edge weapons to NATO to help support Ukraine. Let's have a listen.
We are going to be sending them weapons and they're going to be paying for them. The United States, will not be having any payment made. We're not buying it, but we will manufacture it and they're going to be paying for it. Our last meeting of a month ago was very successful in that they agreed to 5%, which is more than $1 trillion a year, so they have a lot of money. And these are wealthy nations. They have a lot of money and they want to do it. They feel very strongly about it, and we feel strongly about it too.
So much to say here, because the guy next to Trump is Mark Rutte, who's the Dutch fella who's now running NATO, who made the mistake of saying that he was daddy. Do you remember that, where he said that it's like the children asking, where's daddy? And he got completely, mercilessly ribbed for that. But anyway, Trump, I'm trying to work out what to make of this, because basically he's forced us to buy his weapons.
But also he's saying 50 days. How many times do you think he can change his mind in that 50 days? We're not going to see this stay, are we? He will change his mind, as he does on absolutely everything.
Well, I don't know. I think 50 sounds like a long time. Yeah.
Exactly, it's a long time.
Why does he say?
He changes his mind every 2 minutes. How many 2 minutes have we got?
He said he would end the war in one day. He said his first day.
That was very overambitious, clearly, because the war is not over and we're many days in to his presidency. And he seems to have taken quite an iterative approach to dealing with Putin. He seems to have experienced Putin firsthand and is now finally taking the position that people wanted him to take initially.
Yeah, and it's very expensive learning time to do it in the White House. And just on that note, Albie, this is him talking about Melania, and it seems that Melania, Trump's wife, might have more influence in this. So listen to this clip. It's really interesting. He's talking about his conversations with Putin.
My conversations with him are always very pleasant. They say, isn't that a very lovely conversation? And then the missiles go off that night. I go home, I tell the First Lady, I spoke to Vladimir today. We had a wonderful conversation. She said, oh, really? Another city was just hit.
And she's right. Putin doesn't listen. He's just going to keep fighting, isn't he?
Absolutely. And I can't see this is going to make a lot of difference.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't think it will.
I disagree.
Think he will change his
Trump
mind.
is in it to win it.
If the tariffs come in, I think that is a very interesting question. And actually, I think in terms of using tariffs against Russia's economic partners, China and India, in order to get Russia to do what the West want, is an interesting tactic. I think it could work, and I don't think any other president would have done it apart from Trump.
Oh, really?
I think it might work,
No,
but what I'm saying is I think he might change his mind.
Do you seriously think Biden would put tariffs on China and India to get Putin to stop fighting in Russia?
It's that Biden at least was supplying a lot of weapons to Ukraine. Trump stopped it. Now he's playing catch-up. OK, maybe the tariffs work, Secretary, but Putin kind of likes his people suffering, I think, in a strange way. I don't quite get it. But he's sending a lot of his young men into what is basically a mincing machine down there,
His war effort is being propped up by China and India being major customers of Russian oil and other goods that they make. It's difficult to see from an economic perspective how the war would continue without China and India being Russia's big customers.
Well, the most bizarre development of all of them was when Ukraine hit some Russian soldiers with a drone. And when they looked more closely, they were North Koreans. The idea that North Korean soldiers, they don't even know where they are probably, have been told to join the front line. I wonder if actually Trump might suddenly think we can win this really quickly. And he'll flip from being peace in a day to we'll fight the war and win it within 6 months. I just don't think Russia can win that war if the USA are behind Ukraine.
No, I think, as you said earlier, that he's taking the position that we wanted to see, earlier. But my concern is that he's just going to keep changing his mind and nobody will listen to anything.
He may, because they say taco, don't they? Trump always chickens out. that he takes these positions on tariffs and he backs off and also loses interest.
Yeah, if that absolutely stays for 50 days, he says, and he keeps to it, I think I'll just be amazed if he sticks to it.
But the way he's selling, because the MAGA, his base, don't like foreign wars. They don't want the USA to be involved in anything because they saw Iraq and Afghanistan. And he said yesterday, look, there's a huge ocean between us, as if to say that it's not our responsibility. But he sold it to them by saying, look, I've been very clever here. I've done a deal. And the deal is that Europe is going to have to buy our missiles.
But equally, the MAGA base just supports whatever Trump does. I think we have this idea of what the MAGA base think, and we think we know what they think, but really they just love Trump. Like, let's talk about what happened in Iran a couple of weeks ago. They don't like foreign intervention, apparently, MAGA, but a lot of them are very supportive of that foreign intervention. So MAGA is just whatever the Church of Donald Trump says.
That's interesting, yeah.